Suzanne Haik Terrell was the first Republican woman elected to a statewide office in Louisiana and its last commissioner of elections. To this day, she holds an almost unthinkable distinction in politics, a politician who abolished their own office. Susie grew up in New Orleans. As the only daughter and youngest of four, she got her first taste of politics as a child, stuffing campaign envelopes at home and riding with her mother to drive voters to the polls. After graduating from Loyola Law School in 1984, she clerked at the Louisiana Supreme Court and the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeal. She volunteered to lobby against the building of a casino in New Orleans, and while working the halls of the state capitol, Susie saw firsthand the impact a public servant could have. There she met Senator John Hinkle, who would go on to become a lifelong mentor and confidant throughout her career. In 1993, Susie took the plunge into politics herself, running a successful campaign for New Orleans City Council. She threw herself into her work on the council, chairing the Telecommunications Committee, where she was instrumental in launching New Orleans Access Television. After winning a second term in 1998, the promising public servant took a giant leap of faith and ran for Louisiana Commissioner of Elections a year later. In 1999, she faced off against Woody Jenkins in Louisiana's first ever runoff between two Republicans. With her victory, Terrell became the first and remains the only Republican woman to win statewide office in Louisiana, as well as only the third Republican ever to win statewide office. In her only term as Commissioner of Elections, the last 4 years the office would exist, Susie oversaw a complete makeover of the state's election systems. On her watch, Louisiana was recognized for having the best voter registration system in the country and the best election system in the South. Seeing an opportunity to streamline government services further, Terrell advocated for the Commissioner of Elections to be merged with the Secretary of State. Her efforts were successful, and the two offices were merged into one. Because of her involvement in Republican politics and her statewide profile as a reformer, President George W. Bush encouraged Terrell to run for the United States Senate in 2002, the first election in modern American political history between two women. She would lose a close contest to freshman Senator Mary Landrieu. Following a short stint in private practice, public service called again when Susie was appointed Deputy Assistant Secretary of Commerce in the Economic Development Administration by President George W. Bush. As senior advisor in the EDA, she played a key role in economic revitalization efforts after Hurricane Katrina. After leaving Washington, Susie returned to New Orleans and once again entered into private practice. She remains active in public life, serving on several boards and commissions, currently serving as chair of the board of the Louisiana State Museum. Breaking several glass ceilings, Terrell made sure to drop a ladder behind her, founding Project GeoPink to help educate and better equip conservative women to run for public office. Her legacy remains one of not only first for women in politics, but her commitment to doing what is right, even if it means sacrificing her own office. Ladies and gentlemen, Suzanne Haik Terrell.